Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this fabulous Friday here in Connecticut. It's finally here, guys. The book of the half a year. It's been months since I've done it. I'm so glad to get this back out. We'll talk about that in a minute, okay? But you saw the thumbnail. Play behind the horn. Words fail us. Language fails us. I'm going to do my best. But play behind the horn. Anyway, let me honk and we'll talk about playing behind the horn. Anyway, some hellacious double C's and 3-octave A flat. Little chromatics. Anyway, real quick, book of the month. Man, it felt so good to get this out. I love these things. I love these things tremendously. And yeah, anyway, I have had a lot of new subscribers since my last book of the month. So let me explain what this is. It is not a method book. It does not necessarily talk about pedagogy as we know it. It does get to it to a certain point. But for several years, I was the health and fitness columnist for the Norwalk Hour, a major Connecticut newspaper. I'm not sure what the readership was. It got bought out by the Hearst Corporation. Everything now is syndicated, and I am out of work, as far as that's concerned. But as it turns out, the reason I mention that is because I found I loved writing articles. I can get something in my pea brain and knock off 2-3 pages like this and just press a button. It goes to the Norwalk Hour. Next day, I have some pay in my bank account. I loved it. Writing a book, you got months, if not years, out of your life that you're dedicating to it, and it's constantly on your mind. Writing an article, love it. Okay? That is what these books are. They are a series of articles about all things Jerry and all things True Power. Basically, it is the videos that I wrote an article about. Okay? Now, it has things like Jerry's double pedals, Fisher and Faddis, Sandoval's bottom lip, Arturo's happy zone, Rashan Ross's triple C, be precise with your spit buzzing, a fatigue muscle is a tight muscle, earplugs and mutes. I mean, all these sort of things, all these topics that I just love to talk about on the videos and everything, I knock off in an article, and you have approximately 20 topics with 2 or 3 pages each, and along with an entire section from the archives of Jerry Kallett. When he passed away, Yumiko pleaded with me to come over and just take whatever I wanted. And I took boxes and boxes of his notebooks with all his stuff in it, and that is what I'm doing. I'm printing the stuff out and giving it to all of you. $10. Contact me at the email. It won't be on the website for a while, but contact me at the email at the end of this video, the end of all my videos. PayPal me $10, and I'll get it to you today. It's a great thing. It is an ebook. I give you permission now to all of you. Copyright be damned. I give you all permission to print it out and bind it up in that way in the circular bound if you would like. Okay, play behind the horn. Guys, the one major hurdle that we have as trumpet players, and certainly all brass players, is that we play by feel. And language, guys, I don't care what language, Swahili, French, I don't care. You can't adequately describe feel. I can't make you feel what it feels like when I'm playing a double C. Okay? If I could do that, there would be Maynard Fergusons and Maurice Andres just littering the streets. But that's a mystery. We call them freaks, and all of a sudden it wasn't until Jerry that figured it out. Okay? Now, with that said, let's say I have a toothache, and I'm trying to explain to you what that pain is like. It's a throbbing pain, not a sharp pain, more of a dull throbbing pain that emanates through the neural waves or whatever through my jaw and up into my, okay? Granted, that's a very vivid description, but it can't literally make you feel what I'm feeling. That is one of the reasons, guys, that I brought the kettlebells into play. Because at the top of the kettlebell swing, that's what I'm feeling when I am playing a double C. All right? That gives you a glimpse of what the feel is supposed to be. Okay? With all that said, playing behind the horn, I'm telling you right now, guys, I am not going to get it right. You are not going to be able to feel what I'm feeling. But basically, guys, when my chops are just killing it. Okay? And I don't have bad days anymore. I told you, if I get up and it's just not happening, I have the tools to make it happen. So there's no such thing as a bad day for me, okay? But I do have better days than others. There's no question about that. And on those really incredible days, it feels like I'm not even holding the horn and I am just moving my fingers. That rip, that 3-octave rip, A-flat rip, I just move my finger. That's all it feels like. And all I'm doing is just placing the trumpet in the mouthpiece. All I'm doing is placing it on. Barely placing it. Okay? Now, how do I explain that? I can't. I can't. But that, in a perfect world, and as I just said, it's not always perfect like that. I don't always get that feel. Up to double C, it's pretty consistent. It is pretty consistent. Above double C and the G's are starting to come out, when I have my double C just locked in and I'm playing behind the horn, barely holding the horn, the G's come right out. But it's not there all the time. At some point, I'm going to lay some G's above double C on the videos so you naysayers can understand what I'm doing. But again, play behind the horn. It literally, now, if the horn mouthpiece is not pressed in there and locking that grip up against the teeth, you've got too much pressure, guys. The only thing left to do is stretch. Nothing else moves. It's like tight as it can be. When you're playing behind the horn, everything moves very, very freely and relaxed. That's all, and I'm just putting the mouthpiece on it when things are locked in. Okay? Now, that is what we're after. And one of the best ways to get that feeling is with the kettlebell and the PNF. Guys, what it happens through hyperradiation, it just naturally makes all these muscles stronger, more flexible, with more endurance that are coming into it. And it just feels like everything is being transferred to a different part of the body. And this is just free to lock in. Get thick as you go higher. Gosh, the bottom lip. What I'm locked in is almost up to the gum line on my top teeth. And the horn, we just put it on. All right? Keep that in mind. Just keep that little phrase behind. Play behind the horn when you're doing it. Spit buzz like crazy. If you get your kettlebells, get them out. And every 5 minutes or so, do a little kettlebell. And it should feel like it's loosening everything up. Now, it's really not loosening it up. It's just taking the stress off this and transferring to the rest of the body. That, guys, is true power. All right? Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.